Hey guys, here we have a question on straight line graphs, and I've chosen this one because it's particularly challenging and because there's a lot of things you need to understand before you can even approach this question. So basically we've got three coordinates A, B and C, but this one's a little bit trickier because we have a K instead of a number, and it tells us it's a number because that's what this word here means. A constant is a number, basically something that never changes. And they're the vertices of a triangle. So these 3 points make a triangle, and this angle, ABC, is a right angle. So as soon as I see that, and I know it's about graphs because it's coordinates, I'm starting to think about perpendicular gradients already. And so it's the equation of a line that goes through BC, and we need to leave it in this form. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is always make a sketch. I always like to make a sketch of my graphs. Definitely helps with the understanding of what you're going to do. Okay, so this first point, -1, -2, it's going to be roughly there. So that's A. B, 7, 2, somewhere like that. And now we don't know what K is, so we don't know how far to go along this x-axis, but I do know the y is going to be up here somewhere. But using this bit of information, angle ABC has to be a right angle. So I know it's not going to be to the right of this point. It has to be somewhere like that. So it's not the best of drawings, but you get it. So that's the right angle there. So ABC has to be a right angle. So we've just got to find out really what that value is. Okay, so you can see that this line here is perpendicular to this one. So to answer this question, what I'm going to have to do is find the equation of this line. And in fact, at the moment, that's the only thing I can do. And we'll take it from there, we'll just explain it as we go. So we don't know the gradient, so that's the first thing we're going to need to work out. So at the moment, I'm doing line AB. So the gradient is y2, take away y1. So it's 2 minus -2 divided by x2, so it's 7 take away x1, which is -1, and that's 4/8, so we can see the gradient is a half. So we have the equation y equals a half x plus c, and I don't really need to worry about this at all at this point, because I'm just going to now, because I've got this one from A to B, to get this coordinate here, that's actually on this line, so I need to find the equation of that. So I know it's at right angles, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reciprocate and negate, so change the direction of this. So it's actually going to be -2x plus c. Right, I'm going to need to substitute this into the equation. So I'm going to actually need to finish this off here. So when I substitute the y value to be 4, I should be able to get my x. So I have the gradient, so I'm going to use the new formula you should be quite happy with now, which is this one. It's much easier than the normal y equals mx plus c. So y, take away y1, you can use, we have to use this coordinate here. We can't use A, because A is not on this new perpendicular line. So you have to use B. So the y1 is 2. The gradient we've just worked out is -2. X minus x1, the x1 is 7. So now just tidy it up. So y take away 2 is -2x plus 14. So we've got here y equals -2x, we're going to add 2 plus 16. So this here is the equation of the line that goes through BC. So we've done that. So that kind of answers the question, but I imagine what they want you to also do is find K like in a later part of this question. But at the moment you can see it's not in this form, so we've got to get everything on one side basically. So that's going to be 2x plus a y. I'm putting it all on the left because, get rid of this negative, minus 16 equals 0. But let's find out k. Let's do that. So I'm going to use this, and we're just going to substitute the bit that we know in. So we know y is 4. So we know 4 is equal to minus 2x's plus 16. Let's get the x term positive. So let's add it to both sides. And at the same time, I'm going to subtract 4 to both sides, and we get 12. So 1x is clearly 6, which means that k is also 6. So that point we knew was 7, this point we know is 6. So that's probably the hardest style question you're going to get, chapter 5, straight line geometry.